Coding using HTML5 and CSS3. Hope you enjoy part 2.
Hello guys, this is Learnitlen, my YouTube channel. So, welcome to tutorial part 2 on how to code using HTML5 and CSS3. So from where we left off, I did say at the very ending that you should create a folder, LOL, with these tabs in it. So these tabs should have, sorry, not tabs, I mean folders. Shit. So, within our folders, you should have a series of photos like so, and then you could also add in a few videos. And what I mean by videos is, we are going to want some videos that have been inside this folder. And I got these from YouTube. I will show you the trick of how to get these videos. In fact, I'll do it right now. So, let's get a few videos because these are going to come in later on. Let's just click onto here. This is my channel. Video backgrounds. Like so. And we can choose any of these. Let's see if there's one video you want me to have. If there is anyone.
You need a website.
Screw it. So what you do is, I'm obviously gonna just go with this video over here, as you can see. I'm just gonna put in, here's a little bit of a life hack for you. 10, like so. Sorry guys, kind of lied. You put the 10 before the YouTube. And basically what that'll do is, it will upload you onto this page. So if we go back to the same page I was looking at, which is this video here, you just simply put a 10 here, so like so, and then we download it. You would simply want to look for the extensions, which is MP4, and you would click that and it will download over here as I've done already, and then we select that. And as you can see, this is the video we will be adding to our page. It sounds exciting. I'll add that in later. So if I go to downloads, which is this video here, and what we're gonna want to do, is add it into our videos page, like so. So now that we go into our LOL folder, we can just select this, as you can see. Perfect. Okay, moving on. So now that we've got our folders sorted out, now that we've got photos as well as videos, we're just going to learn coding, because I want to use those photos and videos later on to show you a few awesome things. Now, one thing that is very important, I guess you could say, is the meta charset. The meta charset is basically the attribute that specifies the character encoding for our HTML document. So it tells us what document it's most suitable for.
Actually meant to say browser.
In this case, it's probably best for Google Chrome. That's why I'm going to put this one, which is specifically for Google Chrome, sorry. Meta, so META, and then charset, like so, equals quotation marks, inverted, slash, and close brackets. Like I said, anything with a dash before it is normally telling this HTML document that we've finished the conversation or the sentence, as I like to say. And within this, we're going to do UTF-8, which is the Google Chrome one. Moving on. So now that we've done our meta charset, we're going to go for a link relevance. So we're going to try creating a shortcut icon, which is this thing. As you can see, you know, everything has a shortcut icon. So for instance, Twitter, their shortcut icon, or as some people like to say, is a Favicon, is this Twitter logo here. For this charity that I help run the website for, their logo is this one, as you can see, which, although you can't see the words, it says every child deserves happiness. Great charity, you should look that up. Even CSSW Free School, which is where I go for all my information in terms of coding, has their own Favicon / icon. So to show you how to do that, we're going to type in bracket link rel, which I like to say relevance, equals speech marks. I'm going to type in a short cut icon within the speech marks, and we're going to do href, which stands for hyperlink reference. It's also the location of where your documents are left. So speech marks after the equal sign, and we're going to want to find the shortcut icon image, the one I'm talking about, which is going to not be in there. It's going to be in documents, it's going to be in my desktop, lol, and in our photos. Now this is the Favicon. So if you're wondering how do I get an image at that size, you simply, so let me just do it to the background instead. We're going to simply go to edit, and you can resize it on the pixels when you go into the edit, and normally it's got an aspect ratio, so it's quite good with keeping that, you know, in line. And a Favicon, its standard size is actually 16 by 16, so that small is how small it is. It's ridiculous, I know, but that is basically how you create an icon that small. So if you ever do want to set up your own website, you have to make sure you got a Favicon about 16 by 16, and it has to look reasonably quite fitting. So moving on, we have our link relevance shortcut icon. Oh, sorry, I should have got the file location for that first. So anyways, in order to well, I got a bit distracted. In order to add it in, we go to the properties, go to security, and with the security you go into the object name, which is basically its file location. Control C, you copy that, keep that out there, and then we're going to insert it into our href, and then we're going to type in type equals speech marks, and we're going to type in image dash vnd dot microsoft dot icon, and at the end of it inverted dash and closing off the brackets. So as you can see, there's quite a general kind of theme going on. We have our formula equals speech marks formula equals speech marks formula equals speech marks, and then we close it off. That is, you know, the general idea of coding. It sounds simple, and it is pretty simple. But now that we've added our image into its href, and we save, control and save, and we do control alt and shift and R, as you can see, it's made that little favicon or icon at the top, yeah, of your website in your tab, right next to our title, our tab title. So that's how you add in a shortcut icon. Now, so you've learned meta charsets, you've learned how to do titles and link relevance, I guess. And so we're going to move on. We're going to learn how to just get our style sheet up and sorted, or ready, as you would say. And what we do is brackets link relevance, and we type in equals speech marks and style sheet, like so, and move on to the type. So type equals speech marks text slash CSS, and then we move on to our href. So href, once again, quotation marks. So we're going to type in, moving on, style, so open brackets, style, type equals speech marks, closing, and we're going to type in text dash CSS, and then we're going to close this by just adding in style, like as you can see here. Yeah, so you're going to close that, and you might be thinking, Len, why is it that we have style here and then we've got a style sheet here? Well, the differences between a style sheet and a style type such as the one we have here is because a style sheet enables you to edit certain parts within the body, in which this part here can just simply not do. It's only good if you want to stylize things in general, if you want to keep a similar structure throughout the whole thing, whilst a style sheet enables you to stylize everything and anything individually. So let me show you an example within my headers tabs, which is in a different folder which I use in order to demonstrate this tutorial. So if I click here, edit with Notepad++, and as you can see, it is completely different from what you would be seeing in your original doc type HTML files. Yeah, and as you can see, they all have its own names such as body, main header, and these are just allowing you to change and design things separately, and all this design goes into this page here. So that is how you get those special effects. That's why it's important to remember to always add in a style sheet in case you want to change things individually. So moving on, we're going to go to our body, and this is very important. You need to bear in mind what is going to happen, and what we're going to do is we're going to type in within body class equals speech marks body, like so. And you're going to be thinking, what is a class? Well, a class is basically, it's when you give, for instance, a certain thing, a name, the style sheet will pick up that name and it will design that particular area in which that name is given to. So body class, and in our style sheet we'll type in dot class, for instance. I want you to edit this part about this class. Alright, if that makes any sense, let me show you. So in our header tabs, let's reopen this once again. So body class equals quotation marks body. That word body is here, as you can see, and if I wanted to change any particular thing about that, then I would just simply type it in here within this class, and I would close off this class for it to design specifically only for that area. It's quite hard to explain, but I hope you understand with that explanation, despite how bad it was. And we're going to type in header class equals quotation marks main header. And we are going to want to close it off by typing in, let me just bring that back, and we're going to type in header, close it off by doing search, and we're going to move on to typing in image source img src equals quotation marks, and we're going to find an image for that later. So let's do width equals quotation marks 200px, like so, and it has to be within. Okay, so like I said, we've got a header class for the header, so it won't be for this page, but it will be for this one. So we've got the header here, and what we're going to do is we're going to insert our logo into this, because we want our logo to be within the header, don't we? So we're going to go here, desktop, web 4, photos. Let's find our logo, and I've saved my thing as logo. So let's go to properties, security, Control C for copy, and we're going to want to put it in within our image source. So image source img src, as you can see over here, it's a bit similar to the whole idea of finding the file location. However, this is normally for, you know, favicons, and you can use it for videos and you name it. However, normally people tend to use image source just for images specifically. The width, as you can imagine, will change the width of the image. So if I do Control S and we go onto our website, Control R, as you can see, our logo is at the header, is within the header range, which is going to be here, and that looks kind of cool, don't you agree? But if we were to change the width to, let's say, 300, Control Save, and Control R, it changes the size. You can also do the height by putting space, height, like so, equals speech marks. Let's do 100px, for instance, which is pixels. Control S, save it, and then we go here, Control R, and as you can see, it's changed the height to 100 pixels. You can do it by percentages, so let's do 120%. Control S, like so, Control R. So both percentage and pixels works. Okay, well, I'm tired, and I think this concludes our part 2 tutorial of how to use HTML5 and CSS3. Hopefully within the next 5 to 10 tutorials we will have at least completed most of our first page, which by the end should look a bit like this, and I hope you're looking forward to it. It's going to have all sorts of interesting things going on, especially how to create these, which are used from UL formulas and nav formulas within your HTML document. Anyways, ciao.
It's so hot. Anyways, guys, don't forget to subscribe and wait up for part 3. Thank you.